Well, hello, and sorry I'm late for the videos because I'm back in India. And ignore this because this room used to be actually mine, but now that I've moved to Indonesia, it belongs to my brother. But anyways, in this video, I'm going to talk in detail about the KNB scholarship, like everything, how to apply, who can apply, how much it costs to apply. So in case I miss any question, so please just go to next video, because in case I miss anything, I'll just make another video for it. But before that, let's begin. The very first thing we're going to talk about is how to apply for the scholarship. So many of you might know, like already know, that the scholarship's name is KNB, Kamidran Nagari Berkembang. And when you go to Google Chrome, the very first thing you gotta type is KNB Scholarship Indonesia, and you get this link. You see this page, this one, can you see it? Okay, there's this website, the very first website that you get, or else I'll link it down in the description. So you go to that website, and actually here you can see all the necessary details that you need for the scholarship. So when you go to this page, the very first thing is the timeline of the application. The application usually starts in January every year. It lasts till February or maybe a bit in March. In March, the university selects the people. In April, you gotta go give the interview, and then in June or July, the result is announced. And in September or August, or the end of August, you get to come to Indonesia. So that was about the timeline. Next thing we're going to see of how the procedure for application is. There are 3 types of scholarships in this. All are fully funded, but the levels are different. First is for bachelor's, another one is for master's, and the third one is for doctor. So for me, I am a bachelor student, so I cannot provide you all the details related to master's and doctoral degree, because I think the process is slightly different, but I'm going to talk about all the common things. So the age limit for each degree to apply is different. For bachelor's, it's 21 years old. For master's, I think it's 35 something. So you just gotta check it on the website. Another thing you need is your high school degree transcripts. Now, high school degree transcripts for class 10th, 11th, 12th, at least in India, 10th, 11th, 12th, you need it. Or I am not sure if the process is changed, so maybe you just need to apply for the 12th one. So I had this one question. Somebody asked me, like, if I am in class 12th now and the results are not out yet, is it okay if I apply, or will I have to wait? So in this case, you can talk to the university and you can apply with your 11th mark sheet, and you can let them know that my 12th result is not out yet, so I'm going to provide it later. But the problem is that your 12th result should be out before August or before July, and that's only when you can apply. In case you don't have your 12th mark sheet before you go to Indonesia, I think the scholarship will get cancelled. So make sure you have your 12th mark sheet with you, or you can wait for 1 year and then apply. For me, if you ask my story, I have a very long story for this application. I actually waited for 2 years. So in case, I'll just make another video for you guys of how I applied and how I got in. But for now, let's move on to the next requirement. Next one is English proficiency test scores. Now, usually for the KNB thing, you don't really have to spend any money. All the application is online. Even if you go get the recommendation from the embassy, you get it just online. You don't have to go anywhere. But English proficiency test, it is mandatory. You need to have some level of IELTS score, right? Like I gave IELTS and my score was 7 and the minimum is 5.5. So you need to spend money. Like in Indian currency, the fees for IELTS is 16 or 15,000 something. It differs for TOEFL or something, but the cheapest one is Duolingo English test. It costs around 3,000 INR. You can go for it, it's okay. but you need to confirm it with the university that you are applying. So in case your university allows you to submit Duolingo, it's okay. If not, you have to give IELTS. It's compulsory. In my opinion, you should go for IELTS because IELTS is actually very high ranked and it's very trustworthy and has a big name, you know. So when the selection committee sees that you have scored good in IELTS, your chances of application, like your chances of selection, might be slightly increased. Or you can apply with you can, if in your previous school all the teachings was done in English, you can just ask for a certificate from your principal or some guide that please provide me with a certificate that all my teachings was done in English, all my education was completed in English. So you can just submit it. Now, another requirement is recommendation letter from the Indonesian embassy in your country. This one is very easy to get, but make sure you apply a bit early. Don't wait for the deadline to come and then you ask the embassy, can I please get a recommendation letter? Don't do that. At least keep 2 weeks of margin. So you just need to email the embassy of your country. Like I emailed Delhi embassy of like Indonesia in India, and they asked me for a few documents. I submitted them online, everything online, you don't have to pay for anything. I submitted online, and then in a week or so they gave me the letter. But this year, like for me, embassy did not conducted any interview. But from this year starting, I think the rules have changed, and now the embassy selects you. They conduct an interview, they select you, then they give you the recommendation letter, and then you get to apply for the scholarship. So please check. Don't trust everything that I'm saying. Now, the another one is recommendation letter from the employee and recommendation letter from your teacher. So a teacher one, I think it's easy to get for you guys. You can just go to your principal, your school teacher, something, just ask them to write a recommendation letter for you and you'll get it. But the employer letter is also a must. You'd say like, I am just in high school, I don't have any work experience, what can I provide? But you need it. Like you can just go to anyone. Like for me, I used to work, I have work experience, I used to work, and I just asked my employer for the recommendation letter and they gave me. But in case you have never worked, try looking for some volunteer activities. Like just go to an NGO, join them, help them. Maybe look for some work online, just go work for a few hours a day, something, and you can get a recommendation letter from them. My friend, what she did was she asked her church father to write a recommendation letter for her, but she used to volunteer in that church, so it works that way too. So remember, recommendation letter from the embassy, school, and your employer is a must. You cannot apply without any one of it. Another requirement is your passport. Make sure your passport is ready, and passport is a very common thing. You can apply when you have all these documents. You can just complete the online application form and you're good to go. Was of how to apply for the scholarship, but another question is who can apply for the scholarship. Well, you need to take care of few things. First is the age criteria, another one is your marks. Yes, your marks really matter. Your grade in class 10th, 11th and 12th, they really matter. And another one is your profile, how much work you have done, what experience you have in this field, and all. For the age limit, you need to check the website. If you're applying for the masters, do check it. I think it's 35 years something. If you're more than 35, you cannot apply. If you are 35, you can apply, it's okay. For bachelors, if you are 21 this year, you can apply, but if you are more than 21, you cannot. So age factor is a must. Then your marks in grade 12. For me, my marks in grade 12 are 85%. I got 85% in 12th, but and 10th I had 90. So this, at my time, 85 and 90% were good, but now it's been 2 years, so I don't know how difficult it will be for a 85% person to get into the scholarship, because the competition is real, guys. For me, my university, we get, this year at least we got around 3,000 to 4,000 applicants from the 3 to 4,000 applicants, the university selected 18 for the interview. And from those 18, only 3 or 4 will get to actually be a part of the scholarship and come study in Indonesia. So you can think like how competitive the thing is. So interview and all by the university and all, it's a different thing. But the very first thing you need to focus on is your application. Make sure your application stands out. The motivation letter, I think there's a motivation letter. You need to submit motivation letter to make sure what you write stands out. Make sure the recommendation letters provided by your teacher or the employer, it stands out. It actually mentions that what quality you have and how capable you are to go study in a different country. You need to try convincing the selection committee of why you deserve the scholarship and what you're gonna do after you get the scholarship. So make sure everything is included. And yes, your marks matter. Make sure your marks are good, your grades are good. If your grades are not good, it's okay, you can try applying. Nothing's wrong. Maybe you have done some voluntary work, you have gotten a lot of awards and all, so maybe your application might seem very unique to the selection committee. They might select you, but still marks really matter. Also, somebody was asking me if this scholarship is valid for MBBS or medical studies. Then for this scholarship, actually veterinary medicine is okay. You like animal medicines related to animals and all, that kind of biology is okay, medicine is okay, but the human thing is not allowed. Actually, because the cost of medical studies is so much, I don't think there's any scholarship in the world which covers, like gives a fully funded scholarship for you to study medicine in a foreign country. So no, this scholarship is not valid for MBBS studies, but others, it's okay. Other fields, it's okay. I think this is it for the video. This video was all about how to apply for the scholarship, the process of application, but I am making a full series so that you don't miss out on something. So next video is going to be about after the application, how the selection process is, how you need to prepare for the interview and all. So look forward to that. And also the other thing is your expenses, like is the scholarship really enough for you to live comfortably in Indonesia? So I'm going to talk about it. See you in the next video.